Good evening. Welcome to LoveLogical, DNA Not Required. This is Michelle L. Anderson, coming to you live from PodcastDetroit, Royal Oak Studios. We are looking forward to intriguing and entertaining you every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Let me start today's show by saying thank you for joining our family, which is biological by nature, LoveLogical by choice, DNA Not Required.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to us. This is DeLon Kennedy with the LoveLogical podcast. Today, I was going to be talking with Kasim, but he's not here yet, but he's on the way. So I'm going to start by just, what we're going into today is we're going to be talking about single fathers, and a lot of people don't understand that when it comes to dads, sometimes dads get a bad rap. Like we get told that we're the ones that are the deadbeats. We get told all these bad things, and it's like we do everything we can. Even sometimes the legal system doesn't allow us to progress with our children like we would like to. Rather it be limited parenting time, or rather it be, you're caught in a difficult situation and you're not even allowed to be said parent, like even when it comes to myself, I'll talk about me. I'll talk about some of the other people that I know. Like I won't mention any names, of course, but being a dad out here and having primary custody of your child, like custodial parents, it's tough. It's expensive. It's time consuming. Like sometimes you just can't do things because you got your baby. And I feel so much for the moms of the world. Like all the moms of the world have done so, like they've been doing this for a long time. I know there's been dads that were doing it with the moms, but we always got to shout out to the moms too, because being a single parent in general is just tough. It's a learning experience every day. Rather it be difficulties with your child in school, it can be difficulties with your child at home, it can be difficulties with the other parent. Like it can be difficulties just financially. Like you're gonna run into an obstacle that you're going to have to try to face. You're going to find that maze, and you really do have to be the rat and get through to get the cheese. Sometimes things are rough on all of us, but it's the end that you're looking to. It's the end. You're looking for the end. You're not looking at the now. You have to look at the finish line, because you have to see like everything that you sacrifice goes into that child. Everything that you have done for that child, like rather you don't think they appreciate it or not, like in the long run they appreciate it and they see it, they understand, and they're apologetic. Like even me, I didn't realize what all my mother had to go through. Oh, okay, Studio 4, he's here. So my guest is here. Randy. What's up, man? How you doing today? Sorry. No, you're good, man.
Good.
Yeah, man. What's going on, brother?
Well, I sit right.
Yeah. Whew. So I went into it a little bit, talking about just, the difficulties, some of the things that you face being a single dad, the animosity, the legal system being against you.
Ooh.
Like it's hard out here for us,
Yeah. What I've been going through in the past 3 weeks, man, I could jump in the fire real quick.
I'm telling you.
Just doing it alone and
Yeah.
for so long, and learning how to cut the right people out.
Yeah.
Because you notice like everything that you deal and go through, you keep your peace and you trying to give it too.
Exactly.
But some people is not deserving of it.
Yeah.
And then they don't really appreciate and understand just because we're men. If I was their girlfriend, I'd be perfectly understand.
They understand.
But because I'm a man and they probably 9 out of 10 been hurt by a man, they can't have compassion for a man and understand like, hey, he's really you know, I feel him. He's really going through the same thing the woman go through.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
And it just like, even in my situation, it just amplified like 10 times fold. So I had to like really talk to myself.
Yeah.
I talk to myself all the time.
Hey, I do too. You got to gear
And
back sometimes.
I have to really check myself, and I have to really allow myself to cry.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like in the past 3 weeks, man, I've been in the bed busting out crying.
For real?
Yeah. I've been going through a lot with my boy lately, but one thing I'm happy that I'm to this point now. I used to go through so much with him in the past that I used to be upset with myself because I'd be like, I'm lonely. I don't have nobody. But, I fixed all that.
Yeah. How'd you fix it?
I just got stronger.
Just got stronger? Okay.
I just got stronger. And
affirmations, daily affirmations.
Yeah, and I start allowing myself to cry.
Yeah.
I had to let it out. Because once, I let it out and it's gone, situation's still there.
Yeah.
Well, I found out for me holding on to that, it made it worse for me.
Hey, I can understand, man, because I hold on to a lot, man.
Yeah.
Even when I was younger, I held on to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up twisting up all my organs and everything else. I was in the hospital for a couple of days while they had to let everything settle.
Right. And then I start looking, because you know who your genuine friends are.
That's true.
And like
ride or die.
The case with my son, he have seizures.
Yeah.
So this weather been so crazy lately. We've been in and out of the hospital.
And I'm sorry to hear that.
I've been sitting in the hospital, and when I sit in the hospital, I just shut down.
Yeah.
I just shut down, and what hit me the most out of it is not the time, but because I'm a barber, the finances.
Yeah.
So because when he goes there, it's just me and him.
Yeah.
But then when it's over, when I come home, I got like 2 really good friends, and they really, really know me. They'll call me up, saying, how's the move?
Yeah.
How's he doing? I know this weather been crazy. So that let me know they really been listening to me. I can't even date a woman that listen that well.
Man, so it's you find it hard to date being a single father?
It's 100% hard to date.
Is it?
It's 100%.
What's the hardest thing about it?
The hardest thing about it is, I think majority of the women that I have been trying to date, because I know this for a fact, because I had to get rid of them because of my son.
Oh, wow.
And some of the little things they try to slip in and say, I'm just 100% not for the bullshit.
See, I haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't been through that because the girl that I'm dating right now, or the woman that I'm dating, she is a 10-year friend, I trust her in front of my kid. It was different, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like something brand new where you got to build up to it. Like, I know who she is because I knew who she was, and I know who she has been consistently throughout all the time.
Right.
It's like building that level of trust, and that's the hardest thing. That's why it was hard to try to find something new, because I don't trust people like that with my daughter.
Oh, man, you have a daughter too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a girl,
Right.
So it's like I really can't like bring people around,
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know what it is, and my friends, it's like when I start whatever who was with, there's always a single woman with no kids.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't know why I keep thinking it's gonna work.
Yeah, you gotta have at least one.
And then you gotta understand the parenting.
Yeah,
and they try from the beginning, but they always do things, either say something or disappear.
The disappearing, I understand. But what about the saying something? What's the worst thing somebody has said? Give me an example.
I could tell you a recent one. I dated a woman last year in the summer, and we was talking, and it was going pretty good. And one day she asked me, she know Sundays and Mondays, Tuesdays, my son day. So my son, he has autism, and he's in the Special Olympics bowling. So we, training and all that stuff.
Yeah,
he had doctor's appointment, all this stuff I keep up with. And kicking it, we're doing swell. And then one day she said, well, Cassine, like our regular conversation. what you got to do today? I said, well, you know, I got neurologist appointment. We got to do blood work, blah, 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 blah. Everything's about him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I said, by this time, then we still got the bowling league at 7 that we in. And so she was like, she snapped. She said, well, you know, I got to go over here and I got to, you know, make some spaghetti for my daddy and I got to see what my dog doing. And it was the tone and the aggression that made me snap. And I said, wait a minute. I said, wait a minute, sweetie. Did you just compare my son to your father and dog?
Mm.
Well, you know, you got a lot of stuff going on. I got stuff going on too. I said, did you just compare?
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Your father and son to my dog. See, you taking it too far. You thinking too much. No, I'm not. You not understanding because you're not a parent.
Yeah.
I said, there's nothing wrong with your father and your dog.
She really had to check on her dog.
The dog is with the father.
Oh man.
And I completely told her, don't call me no more.
Oh wow.
It is that easy, and it's scary because I could cut somebody off like that.
Yeah.
And I said, don't call me no more.
Oh wow.
And she hung up. I can show you my phone right now. She texted me. She even texted me from a number I ain't even know. Said, you really want to stop talking to me? Do you not want me to call? I save all of it. Because I had to tell this is what's going on with dating, period, now than when it was 20 years ago.
Dating's a lot harder. You know, like you can't even, like, especially being like just a male, like you can't even just approach a woman these days. Like they're thinking you're a creeper or something, you know? Like if you do approach them, you got to be on your P's and Q's. You got to dress your best. You got to look your best. You know, like it is what it is, you know?
Yeah. We had these talks all the time. He was like, man, this social media is destroying it.
I agree. But, you know, like, dating. What I like about social media is that it's actually bringing light to a lot of single fathers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like, when it comes to us, like, social media, you see, because the time, man, like, my kid's with me majority of the time. You know, I get that 60, she gets the 40, you know, and like a lot of dads that I talk to, even my buddy who's going through a divorce right now, he was telling me that he's going to get like 33% of time, and it's like, wait, why don't you get half?
Yeah.
You know, and I guess his wife lied and said that he was an aggressive drunk. This dude don't drink, you know? So it's like, man, I've known him for years, and it's like, man,
worked.
Do you drink? He's like, nah, man. And it's like, wow.
And it worked.
She wrote it on a piece of paper, and it came to fruition.
Yeah.
Like, you know? So he has supervised visits now, and it's like, man, you know, like, I'm so thankful that I don't have to go through that.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm thankful for that, man, because that's like, it's hard out here for us, you know, like, especially just being a father. It's hard for a father to actually get his rights, but the laws are changing, man.
But, you know, it's something else that I had to really teach myself.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped caring about what other people think.
Yeah.
That's the most important. Because I started feeling the people attacking me. Them people attacking me because they know how serious I am about my son, about dating, about being married. They know I'm serious, and I stuck with it. Now everybody know, like, he's serious.
This is what the business
is. And because they know, because now they starting to watch my podcast.
Yeah.
And they see, like, dude, you don't have too many brothers out here speaking it and walking it, teaching it every day.
Hey, that's the truth.
And we don't have enough men doing that.
But, you know, the thing is, we have to do that. Like, knowledge is power. You know, you gotta spread what you know.
You have to, and then also it's all this. It's like, and what made me get to that point where if I need anything, I can't depend on nobody but me.
Yep.
I have to pay my bills. Why do I care about what somebody else say?
Don't.
It's not stopping my money. It's not stopping me from, you know what I'm saying? So I had to learn, and when I learned that, it had to be about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah.
Everything clicked. And I seen a lot of things got much easier for me, you know, because when people know the good side of you. When they know how positive you are, that's the first thing they gonna attack.
True.
And I had to learn that when I used to hear somebody say or do something, I would get angry, call them on the phone.
For real?
Yeah, you know, see them. It's not worth it no more.
It ain't, man.
And I just noticed it like, okay, I'm doing a good job. I know I am.
Yeah, because you can't worry. You can't
that's
put
what
the
they
small stuff.
attack. You know, that's what they attack. And I learned, I was like, okay, we got it.
I still go through that. Like,
yeah,
you know, like
you gonna go through it.
I know I am, because my daughter's only 6, so I got another like at least like I say 15, 16, 17 years.
You know what? It really don't stop. It just slow down.
Yeah, I know. I see it between my parents.
Yeah, because when people see that, they know they ain't affecting you with it.
It's worse.
It just slow down. And then you start, everything come to me, I just laugh at it now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she said that. You know what I'm saying? Because even the female that said that, and we end up talking again later. And she was trying to explain herself. I said, sweetie, you don't need to explain. Because we're grown men and women. It shouldn't have came out your mouth the first time.
All right.
I'm a true believer of that. Ain't no mistakes.
Ain't no mistakes.
When you're grown, I have no business. If me and you walk out of here right now, we get into it, I have no reason to call you out your name or do anything. If I do, I did it on purpose. So what I'm apologizing for?
One and done.
Right.
One
so I'm
and
not
done.
gonna do that. I just walk away, and I'm not trying to keep nothing confrontational with anybody.
Yeah.
And I teach my son. I'm trying to teach him that now.
He got hands though, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to teach, like, avoid that, and just like nothing is never that serious.
Yeah, because the anger, man, I'm telling you, that even held me back. You know.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that's. I would say honestly, that's part of who I was. You know, like, and you don't mean to be angry. It's just like situations happen in your life, and you know, when life happens, sometimes you go one way or you go another.
Right.
It's about developing and learning, like you said.
Yeah.
You got to truly learn who you are, man. It took me a lot of years, even within the last year and a half of just being with my daughter and me, like developing and growing. It's crazy
man.
to me, man.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think I would have to like sit down. Like, I'm at the table every day just teaching syllables, you know, like I've been teaching syllables, it feels, for like, man, like, it's, like, come on, girl, you know what the A sound like, you know.
Yeah.
Get frustrated.
Yeah, because the biggest thing with me now, with my son having seizures, I have to teach him how to write again.
Oh no. Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing today.
It's tough.
And even though he's out of school, he graduated from MCTI and everything, he still had homework to do. So I'm trying to, he's at an 8th grade level. He's at a 8th grade level with math and English. And I have books and stuff. He has homework every day to do at 12. But now the thing is, when he has it's setting back, so his handwriting bad. So that's right.
You gotta get him,
That's right.
get him back on it.
I have to sit there. But the women that they feel like, well, either I raise my kids, so I don't have time to be trying to raise another one. I done heard women say,
Because they already done.
I done heard women say, well, if we get married and we be together and you die, I don't want to be responsible for your son.
What?
Yes.
What? That is not LoveLogical at all, people. I just want to say that. That's a horrible thing. Like, you do not say something like that, man. Because you're not with one person. You're with the family. Like, when you come in, this is already community. You know, you just trying to rent some space. You know what I'm saying? Like, that to me, that's wild. I couldn't even imagine somebody saying that to me.
That was about 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
But she didn't say it to me. She said it to a guy that kind of got us together.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that kicked in, and she told him, he was like, you saying I know you going to call her? I said, no. I said, dude, let me tell you, his mother did 10 times worse than that.
Heard that. Hey.
She said and did 10 times worse. So anybody else can't do anything. And that's when I had to learn how to laugh it off, walk away. And now if I was to run into her and see her, like she said, and then she did one of them Houdini's act. I call them Houdinis. And when she disappeared, deleted me off Facebook, you know, the simple, unfriend me, all that.
Yeah.
You gave yourself away, but she wasn't expecting him. And when he told me, he thought I was going to Oh, I said, oh, no, my man, I've been hearing his mother did worse.
Yeah.
You know, she don't know enough, but that just shows, you know, the selfishness that people, because you didn't have to get involved with me in the first place.
You know, like, but times have changed, man. You know, like times have really changed. You know, like it's not like it was. You know, in 2020, people are selfish.
Yes, they are.
You know, people are very selfish. People want their ways. You know, like, and it's hard out here for us. You know,
Yeah.
like even with the person calling in a little bit, Tyrese. You know, like he's been a single dad for as long as I knew him, since I met him.
Right.
You know, I love his kids. They're my brothers and sisters, you know, and it's just amazing to me that, you know, hey, he still carries on and does what he has to do day by day. You know, like I know times get tight, you know, times get tough.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He still comes out of it on top.
Yeah.
You know, I've had those struggles where it's like, dang, you know, I got some sense in the bank. Like, let me go and check my piggy bank.
Oh, yeah. I done had a lot of overdraft fees where I can't work because I'm with him, and everything just shut down. And my thing is, I could get it back. I could build it back up.
Yeah.
You know, my thing is educating him as much as I can, and building his strength.
So being with him and him having seizures and things, like, what kind of stress does that put on you?
Oh, man. Like I said, the past 3 weeks, I haven't been able to sleep.
Yeah.
And now I was just telling friends of mine today, I slept, I went to bed last night, I woke up today at 1 o'clock.
In the afternoon? Oh, man.
From last night, I woke up at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you had to
And
catch
I was
up.
like, you know, and then I know what it's doing, like, I'm going to make you sleep. And when I get up, my mind goes straight to taking care of business.
Yeah.
You know, straight to, I'll go down, check on him. He all right. He's when you good, you ate, you know, medicine, check the medicine, doctor's appointment, neurologist, blood work. It's like this stuff constantly all day, every day. Because like even like the last time he had a seizure was like last week.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
tough.
and it just, I have to learn how to shut down too. Because once I get to going, then I'm not taking care of me.
Yeah, it puts you on 100 though.
Oh.
Like, especially for you. Yeah, man. I understand that.
Just completely 100. But the worst part about it is something else too I had to get over. Like, how can I take care of myself?
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that. I just started recently taking care of myself.
Yeah.
Again. It took about 1.5 years just to get right.
How can I take care of myself? And I said, okay, Sing, you have to finish school.
Yeah.
You have to get to it. Finish school. You had to do things that you love. Like, I love producing music.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love making beats and stuff like that. And my equipment and stuff right in my room. I just got to go over there and sit down.
Dang, that's cool.
But every time I come in the house, once I sit in the bed, I'm out.
Yeah. Sleep, man. You're tired.
I'm exhausted. I love writing.
Me too.
You know, just simple stuff. And the most important thing I love to do is to play basketball. So I just got back in this 50 and up league. And so it takes a little bit off of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I got to the point where I used to think I used to want a woman to come in to bring that comfort and peace. It's not happening.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Not right now.
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody got to be able to accept and willing and understanding what I'm dealing with and going through it. Because I have time. I have plenty of time to date because I done it. You know?
Yeah.
But when this come, I have dated women and, you know, he have a seizure in the hospital. And, oh, where you at? I'm in the hospital with my son. Oh, he had a seizure. Okay. Call me when you go home. I could be in the hospital 3 days.
Yeah.
You want me to call you when I get home?
I'll call you and check on you.
What you need? You want me to come up there and sit with you?
Nope. Don't need that.
And as soon as I get home, I just get rid of them.
For real?
I was like, yeah, we good. You know, the comfort. So I had to learn how to comfort myself until God is ready.
Yeah. Man, you're kind of a savage though, man. Let me tell you.
But when God is ready to do that, but I have to really, and that's called like you have to self-love yourself.
Yeah.
You have to fall in love with you.
Yeah.
Period. And that's hard. And when I speak to young people at schools and stuff, the stuff that I do, it's hard for them to understand. I said, you ain't gonna understand it now, but you're gonna get to it.
It takes a long time. Even still at 33, you don't learn it. You know. Like I'm learning to love myself all over again. Like honestly, I'm thinking about like switching jobs so I can ride my bike to work.
Yeah.
You know, just something a little different. I missed that about me. You know, that was one of my favorite. Like it was a chore for the first week. I was dying. Like,
you have to really block out dating and meeting someone and blah, blah, blah. I mean, one time we was in there and I asked Randy, do he date? He said, oh no, I don't date. I see why he say that.
Real.
I see it's too much.
Yeah.
It should, and I argue with people all the time, like meeting someone, dating someone, it should be easy.
Yeah.
No way you should be arguing with somebody you met in 30 days.
But wouldn't you say that life is complicated?
Yes.
So with life being complicated, why should dating be easy?
My thing, I can't speak for like your generation.
Yeah.
But somebody, 9 times out of 10, when I meet a woman, she's already been married and divorced.
I heard that.
She's already, so meeting her and understanding her and communicating.
That's the key.
Communicate, because a lot of women I meet, they say they never met a man like me that communicate as much as I do.
Wow.
Now, I ain't used to be a communicator.
I'm still not a communicator.
Yeah, I used to be a communicator. And my biggest thing is I didn't want to tell a woman something. It got back to me, and I ain't like how it got back. But now I know what to tell you. And if it do get back, it don't matter to me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, communicate, talk. And then after you communicate, talk, she also has to see your actions to know, like, okay, he not playing. Because my biggest thing now when I meet women and they come around, I've been called a womanizer. Got a lot of women when they come around, like, dang, you don't have nobody around. You pay attention, blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, I'm speaking up and doing this for me.
Yeah.
And a lot of other good men out there that y'all can't get to because all this bullshit is in the way.
Feel that a lot of honestly, when you first starting to go on dates after you get divorced, you got your kid, you don't know how to date anymore. Like even me being as young as I am, I didn't remember how to date. It had been 8 years. It's just a long time. You forget you just got to go and be yourself, make some jokes. Like it's hard. And then it's like on top of that, I got to say, I'm a single father. I found with my generation though, when you meet a woman and most of the time they have kids either around my kid's age or just a little bit older. And it's like, they're like, oh, you're custodial parent for your kid? Like, yeah. And they show me lots of love, because they love the fact that I'm a young black man who stepped up to the plate. Like, because when it came down to it, I'm getting mine and that little girl is mine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my heart and my soul, Without her, I wouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
Like I'd be somewhere gone.
Yeah, because I tell people all the time too, like I grew up rough.
Yeah.
Rough.
I grew up privileged.
I grew up rough, selling dope at 11.
Oh man.
I've been around everything that you can name and every horrible thing you can name and all that, and I'm still here. And even for me to go to prison and come home, and was like, okay, what now? And I kept seeing negativity. Yeah. And then when President Obama gave me my pardon, that let me know from ever since I've been home from 2000, I'm on the right track. But I didn't see no signs that let me know I was on the right track. And when he did that, everything else flowed. So all I had to do was get my attitude in check because I was still angry. So I had to learn how to communicate and speak to people.
So just communication is what helped you get that attitude and control?
Yep.
See, with me, it's like I gotta like breathe and think, and I gotta talk to somebody about it, like get it out.
Oh yeah, I done been in therapy. Me and my son go to therapy.
Yeah, me and my daughter do too, because it's like a lot of things, like especially like with our kids. Right. Our kids see what the mothers say to us, what the mothers have to say about us when we're not there, like rather it be good or bad, Yeah. Like I know my daughter comes back telling me some things sometimes, and it's like, wow, really? Yeah. Like, and she thinks it's funny, like, and it's like, that's okay. Like, and I leave it alone, or I try to explain it to her, like, you shouldn't say things like that about people, like, because it's rude.
Yeah, and the thing with my son, he don't get a chance to see that because his mother ain't seen him in 10 years.
Yeah, see, that's crazy, man.
So I'm dealing with autism, seizures, cognitive impairment, all by myself. So I have to educate myself too.
Yeah.
So that made me go back to school, get my high school diploma. That made me go to Alpena College for this, to get me a better job, to do things, because if I keep bettering myself, then I can keep educating and strengthening him so he can grow. Ain't nobody else gonna do that but me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nobody. It's nobody around. I got one sister, and she just moved to North Carolina. She a minister. I could pick that phone up. She the only one called. I'm coming to get him. Send him down there. I send him down there on the plane. Come back on the plane. She not buying it. And she the only one that talking, brother, I don't want to hear that. Send it. And I need somebody like that because I'm just so straightforward, and it's going to take a woman like that to be like, Kasim, sit down. Let me go get your plate.
Yeah, got you.
I got the clothes. I'm going to fold them. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go pay this for you. Let me do this. Let me bring you some lunch at work. It's hard because I'm so used to doing it by myself.
Yeah.
How many years
have you been doing it by yourself?
Ooh, I've been divorced since 2010. We broke up in 2007.
2007, okay.
But even when we was together 20 years.
Oh, man, that's a long time.
And even when we was together, everything I'm doing now, I was doing it then because she never wanted to be a mother.
Yeah.
She never wanted to be a mother, and she said it to me thousands of times. She never wanted kids. She felt like I was whole, and me and him was holding her life up. She wanted to get out and do this, and then what kills everybody, even the women I date, ask, well, what does she do for a living? I'm like, she's a special education teacher.
Wow. That's deep.
Special education teacher. High school.
Wow.
So do you understand when I talk to people and tell them, like, y'all don't know what I deal with emotionally for decades now. What I had to fix myself, because if I didn't, my son would lose and I would lose. Just because he here, that don't mean for me to stop living.
No.
We don't supposed to stop living. We got our kids.
Because you're here, you're chosen.
We here to live too. And I was just telling a young man in my chair other day, he going through similar the same thing. I said, dude, listen. He said, yeah, man, I do everything for my kid. I do everything. I do this. I even lost part of my life because of my kids. I said, dude, stop thinking you have to lose your life. You have to live with your kid at the same time.
Yeah, got to learn to do both.
And I tell you, even when I finished cutting his hair, and we sat there, and he sat in my shop for an hour and listened to me, and he cried a little bit. He said, I'm glad. He says he has nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
Men have to really talk to each other, seriously.
You should really put together a men's group. Like just like a singles dad group. You know what I mean?
Yes, because I already been looking for classes to be a life coach.
Yeah.
That's been running to me, and I really, we have to really talk to each other.
Yeah, as men, we do.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys go through something and they don't tell the next guy. So when the next guy goes, it's a domino effect, man.
Yeah. Could be because these men always want to laugh behind somebody's back until it happened to them.
Exactly.
I be trying to teach men, hey, stop laughing at that dude because his wife, he called his wife cheating. That's not funny.
That's not funny.
Don't mess with him like that. That's not funny because you don't ever think it happened to you. It will.
It will. And that day, he's going to laugh at you, and you're going to be like, dang, bro,
what's going to happen?
Never laugh.
You're going to pick the phone up and call and ask him.
What do I do? What do I do?
A lot of these men go to stop laughing. Why you think women get along so well? Because they call each other up. They talk. And they not going through that. Let them catch one of their man, their husband cheating. What they call their girl? Oh, they got a
network
cheerleading squad that we got you.
Yeah.
No matter what.
They got a network. It's gonna come after you.
Yeah, man, and the men have to do that. They have to stop laughing at each other. Always want to see somebody being embarrassed or that's horrible what we do. And I had to learn. I used to do the same thing in my 20s. It's not funny till it happened to me.
I did too.
It's not funny when I hear man, don't laugh at that dude. He going through something. Yeah. He going through. I don't care what he did. It's still he's going through. So don't do that, man.
Because they don't understand the struggle is real yet. And that's the thing. You don't understand that the struggle is real until the struggle hits you.
Yes. And believe me, it's going to hit you.
I'm like a ton of bricks.
I don't care how privileged you was, how poor. It's something gonna hit you where you're gonna need some kind of support.
Yeah, Acme Anvil coming at you. Better watch out for the
so
road runner.
I just try to, talk and tell them, like, no matter what struggles you go through, if you're a good man, we gonna always come back.
Even, man, like, let me tell you though, even being a good man, it's hard out here for like, man, because I try to be the person, even with my baby mama, I try to be the person who is understanding, and I try to communicate, like, it's like, great example was Christmas, okay? She wanted to keep her until Christmas Eve. Well, according to the court, we're supposed to follow the parenting plan. The parenting plan says that you don't get her for Christmas. You get her for New Year's. Right. You get her for Christmas Eve, Christmas. You don't see her Christmas at all. You see her halfway between Christmas and New Year's. But I wanted to agree with her, like, hey, I know how hard that is. So how about you get her for Christmas Eve? You can bring her home like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, good to go. But I want to guarantee that you're going to do the same for me next year. She said no. But she said, but this is what I want to do. It's like, no, but I want to guarantee in writing that you're going to give it to me next year. She said no. I said, okay, bring her home. She said no. I said, bring her home. Like, because I was extending you a courtesy. It's a courtesy. And it was just a struggle, like, she brought her home, and me and her went to doing us, playing video games, getting ready for Christmas. She helped me decorate the tree, and it was Christmas. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but if her mom would have just said, like, man, okay, I'll give it to you in writing, you could have had her for 3 days until Christmas Eve. And then that would have been lovely, but she decided that she didn't want to do that. She wanted to go against it. So it was just tough, Yeah. I'm I have a daughter too. Yeah. And me and her mother, man, I made sure we had a good relationship. Yeah. I never had to deal with that. The only problem I had dealing with her, I used to want to keep her longer, and her bring her home. So I knew it was a little time to control, or I knew what the mother was going to do. But I took her home. But in the years I raised her, I told her mother, I said, whatever. When she was born, I found out she was born because she didn't tell me she was pregnant. Oh, wow. And it didn't come out until she heard I had a son. They 2 months apart. Remember, I'm like 17. Oh, wow. Yeah. And I told her, no matter, I don't care what she wants or what she needs. You call me and ask for it. I'm not going to never tell you no. Yeah. Me too. I don't care if you feel like you have to lie to me about what you need the money for. It don't matter. You have her 24/7. Yeah. I get her when you ask, when you want me to get her on the weekends. So I don't care. And I have to tell men that you got to understand they have them 24/7. Yeah. So you have to fit into their schedule. So, be there for her. Yeah. Can't just show up. So, but be there. Yeah. And so when you can't be there, let's say 5-6 years go by. When you can't be there, she will understand. She's like, you know what? He been there and now he having a hard time. I can understand. I said, man, that's your job to do that. That's your job. And we, best relationship in the world. Until my daughter got older, started dating, and I think boys come in, it's all over. But until then, I don't know. Don't tell me that. Yeah. No. And it was like, but until then, wonderful relationship with her mama. Yeah. Wonderful. But because I made sure. I don't care what she was, she was trying to do, but everybody's situation is different. Because I done heard horror stories. And guys try to do just what I do. It just don't work. You have to go to the courts. Yeah. Just won't work. I was like, oh, thank God that matter was smooth. I had to go to court. Yeah. I had to go to court. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I had to go to court. Right. Like, if I didn't go to court, it wasn't going to happen. Like, I had to go to court. Yeah. And it's like, to me, like, I just can't believe, like, the audacity of some people, like, when it comes down to it, they don't understand that the struggle is real. Like, I got friends that thought it was a little crazy, thought it was a little funny. I ain't friends with them no more. I cut a lot of people off myself because, like, Facebook to me is just to post pictures. Like, I don't look at any of the news on there. I don't want to know none of that crap. I don't want to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't want to see what you're doing, you know.
I really went to a point.
change.
Yeah, I really went to a point where I was starting to hate Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But then I use it for what it needs to be used
Business.
for. Use it for what it means, and people know, and there's something else too. I have met women,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe a week go by, a conversation on the phone, they sending me a friend request,
I accept it.
and I don't accept it.
No?
And they say, why? I said, I don't want to do that, because if it don't work out, no matter what, all you're gonna do is go on there and unfriend me anyway. And guess what? And I'm telling you from experience, and it always happened like that.
I know it do. Yeah, I don't care, though.
I just don't waste my time accepting it.
I don't care. I got a girlfriend. I ain't looking for nothing. Okay? Like, I got an old lady. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so when it come down to it, I got an old lady. I ain't looking for nothing.
Right. And they do that. Oh, move on to the next.
Oh, my goodness. Like, I don't think I could move on to the next. I think I just stay single for a long time.
Yeah, that's still the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I've been off and on single for a long time, and I just learned how I know it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But it's things that I have to take care of me first before that happens.
See, the only thing I think that I don't take care of myself with is I don't go out with the guys anymore. Like,
That's not really. I don't have no guy friends like that.
no,
No.
like I do. I got a couple.
Yeah.
And it's like, they be like, come on, man. And I'd be like,
Now they good guy friends.
yeah.
If they good, solid guy friends.
Yeah, they're
then
good people.
sometimes you have to make yourself known.
I'm trying to, you know, like even with 2 times focus, you know, I've been trying to go play pool with Jerry and Sean for a minute, but it's like I just
Yeah.
like, you know, like I get lazy, you know, like it's the weekend, I don't got my kid,
Right.
like I don't leave the house, like so I might,
I'm not gonna be with you because I'm a house guy too.
yeah, like I love
If I go in the house and stay, but sometimes like all last year, my class of '87, we all turned 50.
Yeah.
So every month I was going to like 2-3 parties, and sometimes I was getting tired. But I was like, you know, Cassine, you don't do this often. Do it. And every time I get there, I enjoy myself, seeing people along and good stuff. And I was just like, I do when I feel like. If I don't, I stay home, no problem. But sometimes I have to make myself go. And I learned this too. I got some women friends. Like, you gonna hear me say, a majority of my friends are women.
me too.
Get along with them great.
Hey, I love women.
You know, and I'm gonna say real women friends. I'm not screwing them.
No, me neither.
We good friends.
Yep.
And they will call me, meet me at the bar.
Yep.
Meet me here, meet me there. And I jump and go because I know I need them. We get there, have a good time. Come on, I'll be at home, at least in the house before 12, 1 o'clock.
Yep. I used to do that when I was in the military.
Mhm.
Everybody thought, like, oh, nah, bro. We know what you're doing. It's like, nah. Like, these are just my homies. You know?
And I tell my son, too. I say, oh, son, I'll be home by 1. If I'm, he'll call. Hey, where you at?
For real?
Yeah.
Dang, okay.
He know, and I ain't used to think that for a long time. He didn't feel the situation.
Yeah.
But I was underestimating him. Oh, he know a lot.
Yeah. More
He feel a
than
lot.
you
and
ever know.
the more he outgoing with his talking and speaking, and he's starting to surprise a lot of people. Like I threw a 50th birthday party, and he got up there on the mic and spoke. I didn't even know he was gonna grab it because people think he's so shy. He got right up on the mic and grabbed it, and I was literally trying not to break down.
For real?
Like some of the pictures I told you, you see me. I was about to let it go, and I said, okay.
I gotta be strong.
Yeah, because I probably had a couple of drinks. I said, oh, he would have blew my little, you know. But he's shocking me with the things that he's been saying and doing lately, and that's when I pat myself on the back, like, okay.
Yeah, me too.
So, because sometimes I get stuck and don't think I'm doing a good job.
I feel that.
And then a lot of my friends like say, like something I tell men too, I don't never say, I'm a man. I do this because I'm a man, but I never say that. So I never call myself a good father. Because I just feel like I will never, I will have to live, I would have to have infinity life to sit here and watch him grow and complete. And you know what I'm saying? Like I know my time is limited here. And I'm trying to feed him everything that I know and learn. So how can I feel? I don't feel like I can say I'm a good father, but other people tell me. Yeah. And when they tell me, I accept it because I know they genuine. Yeah. So even being a man, like, oh, Cassine, well, you know, you a man and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Okay, if you say so.
Yeah.
Because some people don't know what being a man is. They think being a man is the way you treat women, and so it's not.
It's not about that at all.
Being a man, I always write this thing down, and it's a meeting all needs, and that's what I go by. I'm trying.
Wow, that's really deep. Did y'all hear that? Meeting all needs.
Meeting
That's
all
what
needs.
being a man is.
Being a man is
meeting all needs.
Meeting all needs of being a human being, a good citizen.
Dang, that's
good
really
father,
deep,
brother,
man.
a good friend. You know, that's what that mean to me.
Yeah, if you could say like one thing to everybody, like you got one thing that you could say to a single dad, like the best advice you could give them, what would that be?
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself.
Because God wouldn't have put you in that position if he didn't think you can handle it.
Man, that's deep. Because the struggle is real, man. I say that every time, a lot.
Don't worry about the world. He put you in that position. And I know every little crazy thing I went through from 11 to now, I know why I was here. I know why I was here. You know, and so that's what, believe in yourself.
Yeah, you had to go through the struggle in order to be able to handle what you're going through today.
Man, and I ain't understand it at that time. But then now I understand why I'm so strong. And then I had to learn how to cry.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna like pinch my arm a whole bunch. See if I can cry
I had
tonight.
to learn how to let it go.
I don't know how to let it go like that. Like,
you
hold
will.
on to it.
You will. It's gonna come naturally. I mean, I could be driving and let it go. You know, I could be sitting up in my room watch TV after he go to sleep. I go upstairs and I could just sit there and it'll just come down my face.
Wow, that just gave me chills, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I let it go. And I don't. And my women friends that know, I let it go in front of them too.
True.
And they be like, brother, you gonna be all right. Let it go though. You have to let it go, because that will build something that you don't want to see finish.
Yeah.
You know. And so they used to call me the Incredible Hulk when I was growing up. I'd rather be David Banner.
David Banner?
Yeah, I don't want to be the Hulk.
You mean Bruce Banner?
Yeah, is it
Bruce Banner?
Oh, David Banner.
Bruce
Why
Banner.
I'm thinking about David Banner?
Yeah, he's a rapper.
Oh, yeah. Probably because I seen him not long ago, but no, but that's it. Tell him, man, build you up. Believe in yourself.
That's what I would say too, man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I had Kasim Simmons, right? Kasim Simmons.
Kasim Simmons, that's my real name.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Hey, man, one thing I want to say, hey, I'm about to come to you to the barbershop, man. Look, okay, I need some knowledge, okay? I need some barbershop talk.
I'm there all day, every day.
All right.
You know, if I ain't there, I'm at home. And like I said, lately I've been with him, so it's been past 3 weeks been rough.
Yeah, I definitely want a business card from you, man.
Oh, no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Let's schedule an appointment for, let's say not tomorrow, but Thursday. All right?
Be right there working.
Heard that.
God keep everything smooth. I'll be right there working.
Well, I want to say thank you for coming on. You know, like when it comes down to it, being a single dad, let me tell you, that's the hardest thing that I've ever had to do in my life. You know, and it's about moving forward and striving to be the best person that you can be. You know, and you got to remember to let it go. Yeah. And to let it out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, hey, I'm gonna try to let it out, man. You know, it's hard for me because you got to be that rock. Yeah. Especially for your kids. I always felt like my kid couldn't see me like that, but she's seen me cry many times. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you for coming on.
Hey, no problem.
You know what I'm saying, brother? And, you know.
Yeah, and I tell these men, if you got sons, tell them you love them and kiss them. Don't never stop doing that.
Always. Yeah. If you got any questions for us, you guys want to give me a holler, you know, you can always talk to me at LoveLogical. That's on Facebook at LoveLogical.com. You can go to our website. You can go to LoveLogical DNA Not Required on Instagram. You can holler at us in multiple different ways. You know, if you guys want to get a hold of Kasim, go ahead and hit him up. Give me some info.
Kasim Simmons, Third Quarter Podcast. Kasim Simmons, T&J Barbershop. Is real easy to find me. I'm not hideable.
All right. Heard that.
Not hideable.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for listening today. We appreciate you. I appreciate Kasim for coming in. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'm out.
All right.